So, hello, grade 7. Here we move to our worksheet, respiration review worksheet number 6, talking about the respiration in mainly insects and in fish. So, question number 1, showing the respiratory movements in a grasshopper. So, the following figure shows the phases of the respiratory movement in a grasshopper. Here, first of all, we have the two figures showing the respiratory movements in the grasshopper. So here the abdomen is lowered. So entrance of air by spiracles. Okay? And here we have higher abdomen. The abdomen is raised. So going out of air through the spiracles. First part they said identify. What the meaning of identify? It's at the rhyme of Wi-Fi. So we have to justify. So we have to justify this explanation, identify the respiratory movements that are manifested in the grasshopper. What the meaning of this? Meaning that you have to justify whether it's inhalation or exhalation. So first, the abdomen is lowered and the entrance of air, so it is inhalation. While the second one, higher abdomen and the air is going out through the spiracles, so it's exhalation. Indicate the pathway. You have to say the pathway of the air. First, it goes through the inhaled air, and then it moves to the spiracles, then to the trachea, and then to the different organs. So pathway, it enters through inhaled air, enters with the spiracles and the insects, and then it moves to the trachea, and then it moves to the different organs. Since the spiracles, they are the holes that allow the air to enter into the trachea, which is the respiratory organ, and the air then moves to the different organs. So you have to pay attention, please, that the word identify or any word at the rhyme of Wi-Fi, we have always to justify. You don't have to say, for example, when the lower abdomen is lowered, so it's inhalation. And when the abdomen is raised, so this is exhalation. You have to justify whenever we have identify. Also, we have another verbs like specify or classify. All of them, they are at the rhyme of Wi-Fi. So we have to justify. Moving to exercise 2. Respiration in aquatic medium. Observe the following figure and answer the questions below. Here we have the water entering the gills. The water entering the gills is rich in oxygen and poor in carbon dioxide, while the water leaving the gills is poor in oxygen and rich in carbon dioxide. So I'm going to pick now Adnan. I'm going to unmute Adnan. Adnan Arauni. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, how are you? Everything's good?
Yes.
Okay, Adnan. So they are taking that in the figure, water entering the gills is rich in oxygen. What's the meaning of rich?
They are filled of...
Excellent. They contain high amount of oxygen. Very good. While they are poor, the water entering, they are poor in carbon dioxide, meaning that low amount of carbon dioxide. Okay, till now, Adnan?
Yes.
Okay, so by water leaving the gills, Adnan, they said the water becomes poor in oxygen and rich in carbon dioxide. Can you explain this for me? When water enters, it was rich in oxygen, right? And when it leaves, it becomes poor in oxygen. What do you think? What happens to the oxygen? This is the gills. We were talking about the fish, right? So what happens to the oxygen? The fish uses the oxygen and releases the carbon dioxide. Okay, thank you, Adnan. Let's move to Zahra. What do you think about this? Can you give me an explanation? Zahra Dia? Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so water entering the gills, as Adnan said, it's rich in oxygen. So it contains high amount of oxygen. While water leaving the gills is poor in oxygen, right?
Yes.
Okay, what happens to the oxygen? What do you think? Who used the oxygen? Me? You? Noura? Adnan? Who used the oxygen?
Um, the fish.
The fish, excellent. That's why the air, the water going out from the fish, it goes through the operculum, remember? So it becomes poor in oxygen since the fish uses the oxygen. Same for carbon dioxide. Thank you, Zahra. Same for carbon dioxide. So the water entering the gills is carbon dioxide. So it contains low amount of carbon dioxide. While leaving, it becomes rich in carbon dioxide. Why? Because the fish gets rid of carbon dioxide found in it. Okay, so blood vessels, blood entering the gills is poor in oxygen and rich in carbon dioxide. The gills, they have an important color. They have a significant color. They have a very red color. Why do you think? Because they have blood vessels. They have high number of blood vessels. That's why they have the red color. Okay? Blood leaving the gills. Blood leaving the gills will be rich in oxygen or poor in oxygen. What do you think? Let's see. Raising your hands. What is the blood leaving the gills? We have to fill in the above figure. We have to fill the blank here. What do you think blood leaving the gills? The blood entering the gills, it was poor in oxygen and rich in carbon dioxide. Why the blood leaving the gills is the opposite. It's rich in oxygen and poor in carbon dioxide. Based on the above figure and the acquired knowledge, explain how respiratory gas exchange take between water and the blood at the level of the gills. And they said 43, justify the red color attributed to the gills. We said that the red color attributed to the gills is due to the numerous blood vessels. So now we're moving to the solution of this worksheet. So the solution of this worksheet is as follows. We are going to look about the solution and then we can to move about the notes for the end of the session. So as I said, respiratory movement, when the abdomen is lowered, air enters. This is called inhalation. And when the abdomen is raised, the air exits. This is called exhalation. Pathway, inhaled air, it moves to the spiracles, then to the trachea, then to the different organs inside the fish. Blood leaving the fish, the gills. Here, entering they are poor in oxygen, while leaving will be rich in oxygen. Entering is rich in carbon dioxide, while leaving will be poor in carbon dioxide. Based on the above figure and your knowledge, explain how respiratory gas exchange, the exchange of gases occur between water and the blood at the level of the gills. So what happened here? You have to know that the mouth, whenever it's open, the operculum closed, as we said, and the water enters. The water goes to what? Goes to the gills. The water gives the gills oxygen, and the gills give the water carbon dioxide. So you have to know that when the mouth open, the operculum closed, the water enters and goes to the gills. The water is rich in oxygen, so it gives the gills oxygen and get from the gills the carbon dioxide. We don't need it. We want to exhale them. We want to release them outside of the fish. So the mouth, when it closes, and the operculum open, and the water will exit. These notes, they are found in the lecture. Justify the red color attributed to the gills. The red color attributed to the gills is due to the numerous number of blood vessels. And here is the word sheet.